Hello everyone, my name is Wynand Fourie. I'm a musician from Cape Town, South Africa, and I'm back with another react. And today we're gonna look at a couple of Buy Me a Coffee requests, and then I'm also gonna do a Renlet wheel video because last week I missed it because I had a busy week. All right, it was crazy. But for this video and this first request of the day, we're gonna go with Kia Mi Free Didi, and she said, "Hello again, Wynand. Edit, I believe the artist I initially wanted to request is signed under someone who must not be named, Lord Voldemort. So can I change my request to token, not supposed to be here, please?" Yes, you can. And I opened the link right here. We're gonna check out this video. This released 3 weeks ago, so it's quite a new, I think it's a track from the new album, obviously. And I haven't actually checked out the whole album. I don't know, I think I've been saving it to actually do some reactions to it. I did a reaction to What Does Your Love Look Like, and Token actually posted a short from my reaction on his page, so it was a cool little shout out. Thank you, Token, for that. That was really cool. But yeah, let's check this out. I'm super excited, and yeah, I love this guy's sound, man. He's got a great sound. Let's go.
Never too different.
It's kind of like a Linkin Park piano vibe.
Yeah. At 13, I joined Cyphers in Boston. I took the train. My first time out the North Shore before touring to fame. Surrounded by these black and Spanish dudes, mid or late 20s. They could tell I lived a sheltered life, they still chose to respect me. I was timid, they were braver. I was spit, but they were better. Talking about much realer things, dead friends and gang pressure. I would just rap about rapping, but they still were never haters. Hugging my mom when they met her, told her son's gonna be major.
Wow, man.
My dad wasn't the bravest, so I looked up to those dudes as real men, my motivation. We're more talented than me, they set the bar that I was chasing. Fast forward, I'm the only one who made it. Now I'm not supposed to be here.
Oh, that gave me goosebumps. That was sick. I'm sorry. Whew. Okay, let's actually just finish the video and then I'll talk. Damn, I'm not supposed to be here. That's crazy.
My neighbors drive a Tesla, young daughter in the backseat. Get mad when I whip fast down the cul-de-sac, happy. My other neighbors are an older couple, maybe 60s. Probably worked their whole life to get that house and drive that Bentley. 4 levels, big door, long tall stairs. On the other side, there's a crib like theirs. 3 young kids, early 20s, no parents. Every Friday night, 8 other cars are next to theirs. And I wonder what they think. Do they even know there's just that one kid paying for it? The 2 others are his bros, getting used to a lifestyle they may never reach alone. They think that I'm doing them a favor, but I don't know. What happens when I wanna move or wanna be alone? Am I selfish? Do I trick my friends with life that ain't their own? 5-star meals, cleaning ladies are their norm. I love my fucking dogs, I do anything for them. I wanna take them with me everywhere, that's what I do it for. But all they gon' resent me if one day I cannot do it no more. Feel like I'm tricking fate and all these blessings might disguise a spoiled kid with homies. I gotta remind that we not supposed to be here.
Oh man, oof. Ah, it's such a sick sound.
It could be just coincidence or maybe fate planned it. The house that I moved into with my money from Atlantic was my dream house, till I realized where I got the dream from. It looked exactly like my best friend's house in 7th grade, the same house I used to steal from. When he was out of town, I used to break it with my older friend and look around and take anything of value that I saw. The most ironic part about it all is that the kid who lived there wasn't just a friend. He was the only kid who convinced me to put my music on the internet. Without him, I never would be on these steps. Now this house is just a stark reminder of the bad friend I've always been. Liar that I've always been. Cheater and deceiver still. Lucky motherfucker, but know how to play the victim still. They tell me I fell off and fans defend me. Nah, it's okay. I promise I'm not even supposed to be here in the first place.
Sure, man. Whew. Wow, man. Wow. That hit hard. That's a track right there. I just love the honesty in the transparency of the lyrics, right? It's like it's starting out like him saying,
I'm out the north.
I used to hang out with these guys, these rappers. They were all better than me. They were all like, and I looked up to them, like I was aspiring to be like these people. But maybe because of the color of his skin, or like where he grew up, or the opportunities he had growing up, because like he said himself, he had like a sheltered lifestyle. Maybe that like gave him an advantage or a step up above these guys that he admits were all like better than him, and he was the only one who made it to a point of fame, I guess, and success. I love that, like that self-awareness of it, and it's really, really cool. And then like the second part, he's going into this whole thing, and I think this is probably a common thing with like this modern age of I don't know, cryptocurrency and YouTube success, or music success, or whatever it might be. Like there's like, I don't know, there's certain people get lucky, right? Like they get lucky, they get a good break, or they just get lucky, and once those floodgates of money open, it just keeps flowing. He found success through music, it seems, and I think him coming from like a humble like beginning, he wanted to share that wealth and that success with his friends. But now he's saying like, is this a good idea? I'm making my friends, I'm basically getting them used to this lifestyle. And what if like one day, I don't want to live with other people anymore. I want to live on my own, or I get a family, and I want to do my own thing. Are they going to resent me for kind of kicking them out? Like I can't just like carry these people financially and give them this lifestyle forever. Like it's that's so real, man. That's so real. You got to be very careful, I guess, with that. If you do reach that level of success, like you got to be vigilant and aware. And obviously, like you want the best for your friends and you want the best for your homies. But then I think there is a point in fame and success where there are definitely people who are going to be using you for that success and that fame and that like financial support. And you don't want to be used, you don't want to be in a situation where you don't even know who your real friends are anymore, and you don't know like how you've kind of backed yourself into a corner by providing for everyone, and now you don't know who your real friends are. Now you don't know who you can trust, and that's like, it must be such a lonely and shitty place to be in. It's like a Mac Miller, it just popped into my head, but there's like a Mac Miller line. It says, it's hard to complain from this 5-star hotel. Yeah. Anyway, really cool. And I just love the kind of the flow he has. It's very unique. I don't know much about rapping, and I don't know about like the different like flow styles or like stuff like that, but I dig what he's doing. So yeah.
My neighbors drive a Tesla, young daughter in the back.
And I think it's also, the scene obviously isn't just about his friends. It's also about, I think, like wealth inequality and like having like this big house. And this is something we have in South Africa. It's like a major thing in South Africa. It's like you'll have on one side of the street all these big houses and fancy like millionaire properties, and then on the other side of the road there's literally like shacks and like rural area, and yeah, it's crazy. This world is crazy.
Backseat, get mad when I whip fast down the cul-de-sac, happy. My other neighbors are an older couple, maybe 60s. Probably worked their whole life to get that house and drive that Bentley. 4 levels, big door, long tall stairs. On the other side there's a crib like theirs. 3 young kids, early 20s, no parents.
That guy's not early 20s. But yeah, I get it. Anyway, yeah, this is powerful stuff, man. And this last piece where he's like, this is like a confession booth or something, man. Like he's in the booth, which I think is really interesting. You know, he's in the booth recording the song, I guess, or like it's just a video of him. Maybe it's not the actual recording of the song, but it's a recreation. But I think it's cool that he's in a booth and it is like a confession that he's making. I don't know if that was intentional, but it's an interesting play on like the word booth, I think. And you know, he's saying like how his friend, the only friend that really believed in his music and told him to put it on the internet, like how he used to be, I guess, had like rich parents and had a big old house, and then when they were gone, him and another friend would like break in there and steal anything that looked valuable, which is you know, like obviously such a big confession to make, and it's like on the album. So I don't know if the friend that he's speaking about with the big house knew about this, but he's basically confessing to it in the song. And like imagine being that friend and hearing this like confession. I don't know, that must be really hard, and I think it is very brave what he's doing. If that is, I'm assuming it's a true story, like I'm just assuming, but yeah man, it's rough. But you also gotta like remember, I guess, like desperation, poverty can lead to bad decisions, and we're not defined by, you know, our bad decisions. We're defined by how we learn from them and adjust and get better, and the actions we take now, you know, I think. Yeah. So you got to forgive yourself to a sense. In a certain sense, you got to forgive yourself, but you also got to take accountability for the fucked up shit you did. And I think this song is Token taking accountability for his stuff, you know. So yeah. All right. Wow, man.
It looked exactly like my best friend's house in 7th grade, the same house I used to steal from. When he was out of town, I used to break it with my older friend and look around and take anything of value that I saw. The most ironic part about it all is that the kid who lived there wasn't just a friend. He was the only kid who convinced me to put my music on the internet. Without him, I never would be on these steps. Now this house is just a stark reminder of the bad friend I've always been, liar that I've always been, cheater and deceiver.
And I think the whole overarching theme, you know, not supposed to be here, it's this like intrusive thought, you know, that like you look around you, you have all the success, you have all, you know, all these things working out for you, but there's this guilt feeling for getting the success, and then like all the intrusive thoughts starts coming in, like, yeah, but you used to steal from this guy, and you used to be such a bad person, and how you don't deserve this, you're not supposed to be here, you're not supposed to be here, you're not supposed to be here. And that's a very real thing, I think, for a lot of people who do reach the level of success that Token has reached. You know, so yeah, real stuff, cool stuff. Thank you Token, for sharing. Thank you for sharing and being like so honest with your music. That's really cool, and that's I don't want to say that's a rare thing nowadays, but I do feel like a lot of music nowadays is just kind of like trends, like people are following trends, and a lot of lyrics are just kind of silly, or it's like just a kind of a copy paste from a previous song, or, you know, because like we definitely live in an age of like there's too much content being created, and I get it, because I'm right in there with the rest of them. You know, like having to, like, there's all these rules now, you know, because like we went from like buying albums to streaming, right? So now it's better to kind of release a song every 3 weeks rather than release an album. And, you know, I think this is a 17-song album that he released. I think like we need fucking music like this, man. We need albums, we need concept albums, we need honest music, we need longer songs. We need to be allowed to have an intro that's like a minute 30 seconds long, and then the music starts, because it's expression, and I feel like we shouldn't be making music for the platforms or to suit the platforms. You know, we should be making music, and the platform should be suiting the music, right? I don't know if I'm making any sense. I think I'm just talking in circles now. But anyway, great song, great track. Thanks, Token. Thank you, Kia, Me Free Didi, for this request. That was really awesome. I'm really keen to check out the rest of the album. This is cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. Yeah, please, if you aren't subscribed to Token yet, please go subscribe to his channel and give this video a like, the original video. And also, if you like what I do, consider subscribing to my channel and giving my video a like. That'll be cool. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. And I'll see you guys for the next reaction. All right, bye-bye.